Why did I choose to miss my daughter's birth? I grew up poor. I'm talking foster homes, group homes, the whole thing. By 24, I finally had a steady job and a tiny apartment that was actually mine. Then I met Celeste. She came from money, and her mom, Diane, drove a car worth more than everything I owned combined. Diane hated me from the second we met, and she made sure I knew it. At dinner once, she looked right at me and told Celeste, "He's a phase," like I wasn't even sitting there. My face got hot, but I just kept eating because Celeste loved me anyway. Then Celeste got pregnant. Diane didn't scream when she found out. She just stared at me with this look that made my skin crawl. That same night, Diane showed up at my apartment and walked in without knocking. She slapped a checkbook on my counter and wrote out $50,000. "Take it and disappear because you're not ruining my family." I told her no. She leaned in close and whispered, "I've already picked out someone better for her. A doctor's son from a good family. You're just a problem I need to remove." I told her I wasn't going anywhere. She smiled like I just made a mistake. "I was hoping you'd say that." I got fired the next morning. My manager said someone called corporate with proof I was stealing from the register. No investigation, no chance to defend myself, just gone. I found another job, but that boss got a call saying I had a history of violence against women. Gone again. Then my landlord showed up with cops saying someone reported me for dealing out of my apartment. I got evicted on the spot. I tried calling Celeste, but the number was disconnected. I drove to their house and Diane had moved Celeste somewhere I couldn't find. I spent months sleeping in my car and searching everywhere. By the time winter came, I had lost 20 pounds and I barely recognized myself anymore. Then I ran into Celeste's friend at a gas station. She pulled out her phone like she was ready to call the cops. "Stay away from me. I heard what you did to Celeste." I begged her to listen and asked what she was talking about. She told me Diane had to rush Celeste to the hospital after I attacked her. She said Celeste was so traumatized she blocked out the memory and Diane had to remind her what happened. My legs almost gave out. Diane didn't just lie about me. She convinced Celeste that her own memory was wrong. I begged the friend to just look at me. I had been living in my car for months. I was skin and bones. If I took money or hurt anyone, why would I still be here? Her face changed when she saw the clothes piled in my back seat and the empty wrappers everywhere. "If any of that was true, why do you look like this?" I told her Diane offered me money to leave, and when I refused, she destroyed my life. Her eyes went wide. "Diane offered you money?" She whispered that Celeste was in labor right now at the downtown hospital. Then she told me Diane warned the whole family that if I showed up, they should call the police immediately. I didn't care anymore. I got in my car and drove. I found the maternity ward and Diane was standing outside one of the rooms. The second she saw me, her face twisted into pure rage. "Security! This man beats women! Get him away from my daughter!" Two guards grabbed my arms. I told them I was the father and I had a right to be here. Diane got in my face. "You have no rights. You have nothing. That baby will never know your name." The guard asked if he should call the police. Diane kept screaming. I offered him $50,000 to stay away from us and he still won't leave. He's obsessed and dangerous. Then she froze. She heard what she just said. The guard loosened his grip. "Wait, you offered him money?" Diane started backtracking. "That's not what I meant. He demanded money and I was trying to protect my daughter." The door opened and Celeste was standing there looking pale and exhausted. "You offered him money?" Diane spun around. "Sweetheart, go back inside. You're confused. Remember what we talked about." Celeste's voice cracked. "You told me he demanded money. You told me he hit me and I just couldn't remember. But you offered him money to leave." Diane lunged at me screaming that I ruined everything. The guards grabbed her instead. Celeste looked at her mother one last time. "Don't ever contact me again." I was in the room when my daughter was born. I was the first person to hold her. Celeste looked at me. "I'm so sorry I ever doubted you." Diane wanted to remove me from their lives. I'm still here. Diane isn't.